Hello again, loves. Rebecca here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to day 21 of Follow a Sketch February. Here is our sketch. We have two 4x6 photos, some paper going on. It looks like a little date half circle up there, circle down here, and looks like a spot for journaling and a place we can do a scallop punch. Probably should grab that. I believe it's right over here. Well, see, easy peasy. Anyway, so we've got that. Okay, good. All right, I've got my two photos. Other than the few page kits that I have left, these are the last two Rando Vegas 2022, round of applause, that need to be done. So that makes me really, really happy. Okay, so we have that. Now, along with all of this, it is also Mixed Media Mayhem today, and we do have a recipe. Who came up with it? The link will be in the beginning of it, on my video here, because I don't have that handy, so I do apologize. But if you're a member of the Mixed Media Mayhem Facebook group, you have a option. You can start submitting recipes or lifts for us to do, and everybody can play along. I just got tired of always trying to pick, and I think the other girls were feeling the same way, so I just reached out and let everybody do it. So this is a bit longer. We normally just do 3 items. This one's 5. I believe she even like explained how to use some of the stuff. As a side note, we just take the ingredients and make our own layouts. So if you do leave us a lift and explain how you did what you did, some people may use that, but a lot of us are just going to try to recreate it with whatever we have. I do know that that's kind of what the whole purpose of the Mixed Media Mayhem is about. But I'm super excited, and I love that our members are choosing our recipes. So stamps is the first one, and I got this for 99 cents. I don't know where, but it's an Imaginis clear acrylic stamp, and it's cards, and it says game night, which is totally fine. Forgot all about it until I cleaned my room. Never used it. Bought it for the Vegas trip. Scrapbooking. Go Becky. So I'm going to use that as my stamp. Nuvo drops. I have got crystal drops, metallic and navy blue. You're going to see a theme here. Doilies. So I've got these 2 doilies right here. I'm going to use one up here as a half and one down here as a whole. I may end up spraying these with ink to make them blue, because that would be fun. Buttons, as you see, I do have buttons in here. I have 2 large, 2 star, and 2 small, all in blue. And then flowers, which I've got these, I want to say doodle bug flowers. And I've got them, and we're going to use all of this over here as the center of them. And then I also have these little pixies. They were in blue. I got them at She Loves Color 2023. And I'm going to try to see if I can use them, but there was a flower there, so it kind of worked, right? I'm going to be playing with the 49 and Market Spectrum Gardenia, and I'm going to pull some of the blue stuff out of here. Fun that my pictures are predominantly red. This was like we were waiting for the cab to pick us up to go to the airport, and we were just having fun with $100, and me, Sam, and Rob just kept like literally just like pouncing until we ran out of money. And yeah, that was a lot of fun, because we just kept hitting. And then we'd lose, and then we'd hit. It was fun. So, that being said, we are going to go ahead and go through here. I'm going to pick out some stuff, kind of get this laid out. As you see, there's a background. Oh, my background paper is a Mixed Media background paper that I created. I did it using, this was for the members portion of my channel. We go over and we do some different techniques. And I mixed texture paste with glitter glaze. I don't remember what all I used, but I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is glitter. All those little spots are glitter. So it's like a muted glitter. It's really actually kind of cool. And then I just took a spatula and, you know, drug it this way or that way, whatnot. So I just found it and I was like, I'm going to use this because, well, it's fun. And that's going to be our layout. But I think I'm going to go with it this way because of the way that that is going to go. So we'll see, right? So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, and then I am going to trim my photos just a little bit so that I can put a mat around them. And we are going to use, look, remember this was a brand new pack not too long ago, and I have made it my mission to try to just use this up because I do not use these paper pads enough. So they just kind of sit in my craft room and I don't use them. So I am trying to use them up so that they're not in my stash and I have a whole area dedicated to them. So yeah, so give me just a minute and we'll be right back. All right, so I've got my doilies drying. So I used a combination of some of the distressed spritzes and a Heidi Swap Color Shine. They're still pretty wet, so we're gonna let them dry. But I'm gonna do the rest of my mixed media. So we've got to do stamping. This is not stuck down, but I did cut some pieces, so we know that it's gonna sit somewhat like that. Or actually this one went down here and this one went here, right? So we're gonna do that. Okay. And we know that we're gonna put a cluster here and a cluster here. So I just want to stamp this kind of in the background. Now it potentially will get covered a little bit, and I'm gonna do some on white cardstock as well and cut out just in case. Maybe we should just do that. It kind of scares me to go straight to background, right? So we've got some Close to My Heart Bluebird ink. And then we are just gonna get that put on there. See if I can get that middle of the stamp better. I don't even know. Like I said, it's probably a cheap stamp, so it's starting to work. It's all about the pressure, right? I always recommend doing some tests if you are going to go straight to background. All right, so I'm going to fussy cut these out. Maybe I try to get one more that kind of mimics that, right? Okay, so I'm going to cut this one and this one. We're going to use those on there. So that will take care of stamps. We've got doilies. So while that's all drying, I thought we could also do this just a little bit. We're going to add some water in here. Okay. I'm going to take a brush, mix that in, right? And then we'll splatter. We'll wrap up all that, and we're going to go kind of in a diagonal because I want it up here. Oh, I hit puberty or something on that one. And down here, just sitting on top. And because it shouldn't absorb in all that much because of all of the background, but it does look like it's making water spots, which is kind of weird and cool. So where I've put it on top of that, so you see where it's doing the water spots? That's cool. That was not what I was expecting. But I would like to get some on this white as well. A little bit more. And that we'll let dry as well, but that just gives it a little bit more of a mixed media look, because that's what we like on Mixed Media Mayhem. And then I'm just going to put the lid back on there because this is a water-based ink anyway. So no harm, no foul. We're going to let this dry. We're going to let that continue to dry. I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut out these pieces and get those black pieces on. I did pull from the ephemera pack because if you remember at the end there was like two little whoops, and I'm going to try to figure out how to use this. So I think I'm going to cut kind of cut that out a little bit. So we're going to play with that. So I will be right back, and I need to stop saying so. Whoa, I just kicked that all over. Okay, so this is what we've got. Everything is down. I just trimmed that slightly and tucked it under. I've put this piece here. We're going to go with Celebrating Things as our title. I think we're just going to run it right there. Nestling it in nicely. Now I've got 3 of the flowers pulled out, so we're gonna pop those there, but then then we're gonna do 3 of them in that general vicinity, and I will go over the photo a little bit, but that doesn't bother me. But I thought we could somehow, I cut these hoping maybe they'll look like stems. I don't really know. So we're just gonna put a little dollop of glue and get that there. And then I'm gonna put the glue right on the flower. I'm gonna pop it right about there. And then I thought I would just come in and add the glue to like the gem. You're gonna have to push that all down a little bit. There's my thought process. So I think it's going to be easier to get these down and then put these little guys on there, right? Slide him there. The glue will dry clear, so I'm not concerned. And this one will slide underneath there. And then we're going to build. So I'm going to do the same thing up there. I'm just not going to make you, watch me do that. Put this one. And then for this guy, we're going to do the big button. get it hold for a minute, right? And then we're going to go right in the middle with the star. Gonna have to hold. Okay, and then we're gonna pop one more piece on top because I was making the most of using the buttons. So how cute is that? All right, so we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna come in and like tuck some of these things in here. So we're gonna get our little stamped image on there. Because it only counts if you get it on there. So we've got buttons now. And then Nouveau drops, I'm just going to use as like normal old Nouveau drops. So let me finish this guy up here. And we'll come back and we will get the rest of those little embellishments up there. So we've got our 2 clusters. And then I'm just starting to add a few things in and around. And I am using liquid glue because of the mixed media. Let's just push that one up because I don't want the little trapped space. And this says, can we talk about this? I feel like we're just going to go right there on the photo. And that's just kind of funny because, you know, we were just basically wasting. We played with $100 for quite some time. We didn't go over that though. Okay. And this guy, I'm going to pop up on some foam. So for foam, I always use 1 and 1. Use dry and then wet adhesive. The dry holds temporary, but the wet secures it on. But sometimes the ATG one or just one to me seems like it pops off, and it might be, you know. Let's stick that guy right there. Okay, this one I want. We're going to cut that little tabby dot in half. And we're just going to pop up the one side. Stick it under there. We got to get this stamped guy up here. Same with this, although this one I'm gonna stick right there. And then I'm only popping up the tops of it. I find that to be a fun and interesting little way to give some dimension. Okay. I'll just stick him down, give him a little hold. That ticket's over there, so let's go ahead and, before this dries, well, we'll just go right there. And that is a perfect fit for the little tabby dot. We're going to stick it right there just to fill in that little void that we had going on. I don't know if I'm liking my title right there now though. I think we're going to connect it just a little bit more that. Luckily, these come up nicely. Okay. And then let's layer up some of these guys. Tuck this one right here. Grab this little chipboard piece. Layer it up on top of that. And then this, I added the T. It used to say be yourself, but now it's bet yourself. Yeah, I know. It was funny to me, though. And then we're just going to pop him right there. So really the stamped guys are getting lost. But that's okay. And let's put that guy right there. Let's clean up our mess. I'm OCD. I don't know about you guys, but I have to pick everything up as I go. I love the carefree of some people. Like when I go to crops and stuff, like my friends, like they have like everything, and then they just make fun of me. They're like, oh my God, you're like in your lane. So like everybody vibes to sit next to me because I just take up like a 15 by 15 square and I stay within my lane, and it's just, it's insane. All right, so I did pull in some of these guys because I am just trying to use things up. Now they're simple stories, but they are, like the backing is, it's not wanting to really stay. So we're going to use this, I'm only going to use a few, well, maybe, I don't know. But see the backing's coming up. See? Backing totally just came up on that one. Which is fine. We just glue it down with some, you know, glue, but it's more of the point. I don't want the backing to come up. Okay. So, but we're going to use the Nuvo too, right? I just figured this was a color of blue and it was sitting somewhat close to me, and I was like, hey, let's use that. I'm all about using this stuff. Okay, so Nuvo drops coming up, and then this layout will be done. So don't forget to check everybody else that's playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem. There will be a link down below. You know what, before I do that, I need to come in here and trim these guys off. Otherwise, so I'll be done in a couple hours for the day. I have to go back to work. It is Sunday currently, the 26th. I go back Tuesday the 28th. I am actually excited. So I actually can't wait to get back and see what sweet, sweet love waits for me. I'm just going to say a bad word. All right, so let's put these on here, but there will be a link down below. I do have a members portion. I've had quite a few new people join, which is exciting. Okay, this is just the random bit. You want to test it because sometimes it goes poof and it blows up. And I'm not going to say it might not do that now. But we're going to come in and just add some of these guys, which I'm excited that they were chose because, you know, these were supposed to be the end-all be-all too, enamel dots, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I forget to use them quite a bit. So when someone reminds me, it's what I'm really loving, like recipes, and I've been seeing people playing with like dice and stuff and doing like different challenges, so I'm thinking I'm going to try to incorporate something like that just to get some random things used. Let's put one right here. Okay, And I go on the picture too, as you see up here. I know that that bothers people, but I mean, this is just it's not like I covered anybody's face. It's not really you know, it was just, there was so many other pictures of it as well that we did this. So it's a, what is that? Roulette. Okay. And that is going to do it. So we successfully got stamps on. So our stamped images are just 2 right here and hidden right there. Totally fine. Nouveau drops I just scattered throughout there. The doilies are the backdrop for our clusters, and they were sprayed with mixed media. Buttons, my buttons are a cluster of 3 on each one of those flowers and flowers. So that is fun. I'm super excited to have played along with this today. So don't forget to check everybody else out. There will be playlist for Mixed Media Mayhem. If you're new to Mixed Media Mayhem, check out the playlist. There's a whole bunch of us that have been playing along for years, doing recipes and lifts and all the fun things. Then that's more of a teal. Okay, never mind. And also follow a sketch February. There is a playlist down below. Sandy just created it either yesterday or today, so end of January. So I have not been mentioning that in my other videos because I am 26 days ahead of the game here. Or no. Yeah, probably about 26 because it's 21 and there's 5 days left. So yeah, I'm 20. Dang. That feels good. I just got to keep that momentum going, right? So, but like I said, I go back to work and I have quite the strenuous little job, so I can't say if I'll be able to keep that up. But do all the fun YouTubey things, like, subscribe, have fun. Let me know what you think, and I will see you later with another video. Bye.